Town and country touring. Alright YouTube, this is a 2006 Chrysler Town and Country Touring Edition with 70,000 miles. And yes, I'm the same guy, just only with a screwed up throat right now because I'm going through a nasty cold. So excuse me. It's already warm, so. Well, obviously these minivans, they are rolling relics. Especially their engines, their transmissions. It's crap from the early 90s. But let's get around and critique the interior. The dash is actually soft to the touch, but I have seen many of them warp over time, especially around the edges here, above the AC vents. It starts to warp up, and it gets disgusting. You can see here you have your hazards, passenger side airbag on and off, indicator right there, in-dash CD, cassette. Down below you have your climate control. It's dual zone. Your AC controls, 3 simple knobs, the pocket down below, and this little tray right there for cup holders. Dual power outlets. You can see right there. Another little pocket down below and coin holder. Steering wheel is nicely thick and it's leather wrapped. You have your steering wheel controls right there for the cruise, and in the back you should have some toggle switches in the back of the steering wheel. You can see right there some toggle switches for the radio. So yeah, these buttons were for cruise. It only tilts, so the steering wheel only tilts, it doesn't telescope or anything like that. Power mirror controls, headlamps, panel dim. Here's a glove compartment. It's a bit on the small side. It's not really that impressive. It's a bit flimsy too. Yeah. Up above in the overhead console area you have your compass, outdoor thermostat, universal garage door opener, rear tailgate as it opens up electrically. You can see back there, it just opened up. And let's close that son of a bitch back down. That thing's so dramatic, makes so much noise. And this is for the dual power sliding doors. Let's open that side. Close, damn you. I'm pushing it already. There we go. And this huge thing right here, holder for the sunglasses. You can see. Some lighting fixtures on both sides. Here's your mirror with its vanity light. And the passenger side sun visor, same thing, follows through. Mirror, vanity light. Once you remove it, the sun visor will slide. So if you ever want to kind of slide it right there, block the sun, you can do so. Door panel, it is hard to the touch. The entire thing here. Only the armrest is slightly soft, and the side you have a slight coating of padded vinyl. Power locks, front power windows. And this is for the rear vents, for the rear glass right there. So let's do the right side. You can see it just pop right open right there. So that's that. I always found this quite nasty, the way they built these doors here. You can see here, it's like they just went to Home Depot and bought some scrap metal, and then they just patched it up with this little piece of metal right there. They just mended it right there. It's ugly. You can see the gap right underneath where the two metals separate right there. I don't know if you can make it out. It's very ugly. Same thing over here. You'll notice I can open this door all the way. Yeah, just two pieces of metal mended together right there. You can see. Very sloppy. Same thing up here. The welds. I mean, yeah, it's like they went to Home Depot and they just bent a piece of metal and they just welded it together. Very sloppy construction. And let's take a look under the hood in a moment. I forgot to mention, side of the center stack is hard to the touch, very ugly. You can see right here where the edge there's a small gap, and then it starts to get wider and wider, so that's quite ugly right there. Bad, terrible fit and finish. Same here for the dashboard. It doesn't mold properly along the center stack. It's nice and tight up here. Starts to get wider and wider down below here. So let's go to the back seats. Let's make use of this sliding door. Open up. No, I thought it was going to go open up electrically. Anyway. This one appears to have the stow and go, so quite likely these seats do fold into the floor. Yes, they do. Let me demonstrate the stow and go. First, the only way this works is when you have the seat, the driver's seat, moved all the way forward, then you would just move this over, lift it up, tumble the seat, I'm sure you saw, and then you just pull on this strap that's right behind the seat, and the seat will tumble up like so, and just move this up, and the middle row, you can do the same thing on the other side, you'll have a flat floor in the second row. So that was pretty much a clever idea. Pretty much the only clever thing in these vans, because the rest of the van really is a piece of crap, really. No offense to some of you town and country owners. Lift it right back up. Tumble the seat back up. And there goes the floor. Yeah. There we go, that was all. So it's pretty good. It's not a bad idea. The only thing that's a bit annoying is you have to move the driver's seat all the way back. But the seats are quite comfortable. The third row is quite decent. You can see lots of leg room. The seats are very plush. There's a hollow hunk of plastic right there. Yanks right out. You can see this van does have dual air and the climate control up into the headliner. So yeah, you can see the vents everywhere, so everybody gets chilled or blown. And I forgot to show off, there's actually a little button right there. So if you want to open or close the door electrically, you can do so. Like mentioned, this door does open and close electrically. You can see the mechanism right there. And this third row does fold flat into the floor. Tug on this strap right there. Pull on number 2. And the entire thing will go right into the floor. So that's pretty much straightforward too. Let's lift that bitch. And you just pull on this number 1 strap again. And that's it. Jack storage should be in here. You can see. That's about it back here. And the 3.8 liter V6. It's a pushrod engine. It's been around since the early 90s. Very old school. And it's paired to a 4-speed auto, which has also been around since the early 90s. So yeah, Chrysler has a good 12 to 15 years with this same setup here. It's a very nasty looking engine. Like I mentioned, I've driven plenty of these caravans, town and countries, even in the 90s when they were called Voyagers. And the handling was just so terrible. Very cushiony and unstable, especially the loose steering. Used to go all over the place. And this transmission, it was the biggest piece of crap, and they're so unreliable even to this day, and this year. terrible torque converter issues, like crazy. And even the transmission itself. But yeah, there's still fanatics out there that still love them, despite those facts. So let's give this one a good rev. Let's turn off this AC. It's gonna have an exhaust limiter, so. Sounds like crap though. Chrysler still uses this ancient engine, which has been out since the early 90s, even in the current Jeep Wrangler. So yeah, that's still, it's a rolling dinosaur really. Chrysler has over almost 20 years, just about, doing the same engine. So we get a better look at the rest of the interior. Well, that's enough of this thing.